Next one is from Ramon Sanchez. Subject is a hearty end to realism. From Reza Ramon. Evening, gentlemen. Matt Hardy just dropped a promo on his YouTube channel hours before full year. I respect the man and his career like everyone else. I followed it since his WWF days. My two gripes about his promo are that. One, he apologized to the fans for his concussion injury in the last pay-per-view. Are you kidding me? He might as well apologize for getting hit in the face with a chair, too. Tony Khan should apologize for not stopping the match. Number two, Matt's talking about giving a good performance and telling a story instead of putting emotion, fire, and realness into it. It was like an actor promising a great performance to and for the backstage crew. How the heck are we or any casuals supposed to even pretend like this is a serious feud, especially when Matt didn't take the break he promised to take on TV in front of a hot Reby and infant son to heal? Time away would have been better off for the feud, in my opinion. Be safe and well, my fellas. Yeah, I'm not a fan of promos like that before matches, but that's kind of like, bro, this is how AEW is kind of promoting their show. They're kind of promoting this as a performance, and these guys are, this fan base today and the dirt sheet guys have no problem with the erosion of the suspension of disbelief, and they're oblivious to the effect that it has on the product right now. And I would never cut a promo like that, but before a match. That I'm going to go out there and tell a story. No, I would just cut a promo on the guy. That's what the fans don't want to hear.
We're going to work together. We're going to put on.
Honestly,
put on a show.
if you go to a magic show, right, and you go to the magic show, okay, and the guy's doing these unbelievable magic acts, and you're like basically go how do you do that, right? And then the guy's coming into town again. Maybe you want to come see it again. He's got new different magic acts. You go again, and then he comes again. You go again, right? Bro, if you go to a magic show and the magician basically walks down the stage and is going to say, hey, I'm going to show you how I do all this stuff, are you going to come back? It's like, no.
Or even worse, bro. It's almost like if you're a magician and all of a sudden the rabbit falls out of the hat and you're like, oh, let's pretend, that's
Hello?
just, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't have to let everybody in on the act.
I'm doing a podcast right now. I've got
they know it's an act
right here.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you have a comment for the podcast? Anything.
Who is that?
It's Mark Madden. Conan asked if it was you. Do you have anything to say to Conan?
I say hello, Superior One.
There's nothing. We're doing email things. I'm talking to Conan and Joe. We're on StreamYard right now. We're doing a video. Joe Feeney, our producer. Oh, you want to come on? You got to do video. Go on your. Forget. No, I can't forget it then. All right, then that's it. Then we're not bringing you on then if you don't want to do video. All right, bye. He didn't want to do video. He's willing to come on the show, but he didn't want to do video.
Okay, so what was the question in this letter? Because I didn't really understand it.
I actually didn't have a question. Just had gripes.
Right, so this is for not putting a question.
Oh, no, here's the question. He does have a question. How the heck are we or any casual supposed to even pretend this is a serious feud? And it's true, especially the level of violence that they were doing in this. They could have made it real, but these wrestlers.
Did Matt?
This generation is. Matt's not even part of this generation, but they're too complicit in opening the curtain up too much.
Yeah. But you know what I feel like? A lot of the older wrestlers, they don't want to be looked at as old, and they don't have, they don't, you know what I'm saying? And they almost try to be like, how new generation parents want to be friends with their kids instead of being parents, and you can get a tattoo at 10. Yeah, you can get you know what I'm saying? And I feel like they don't want the young cats to look at them as old and out of touch, and they're putting up with a lot of they don't have to and shouldn't, just to kind of you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I liked that this reminded me of, and you guys both weren't there. I don't know if you ever watched it, but it was called TNA Reaction, and it would air right after Impact, right? So it was behind the scenes, unscripted interviews with all the guys. They filmed it in I don't know what it was. It wasn't HD. It was a level beyond. It looked different. The guys got to express themselves without being scripted, but they never broke character. It wasn't going around for a shoot interview backstage. If you went back and talked to Van Dam, he was going to tell you what just happened with Abyss and he wants to kick his ass or whatever. If you found Karen and Jeff, they'd be on Kurt, stuff like that. But that reminds me because AEW, whenever you're backstage, everyone's out of character. But on this show, everyone stayed in character for the hour. I thought it was interesting and
might be a generational thing, bro.